Hey everybody, Thacia here with Legacy of Light in conjunction with One Love Wellness Center here in Menasha, Wisconsin. And I'm just getting home actually from our One Love Wellness Center. We had a full moon sound healing and I did shamanic energy work, and we had somebody doing Reiki while somebody else did the sound healing. And it was a beautiful, amazing time. And I know going to these things, it's always fun receiving the energy work, but it is equally as enjoyable giving the energy work to people and just hearing how much it is blessing them along with the sound healing. And I just really appreciate that. So today I just chose, did a little pulled a card for y'all, and from the Rainbow Warrior Activation deck. And it was kind of cool because the full moon is now in Gemini, and Gemini is, communication. How I talk to you, how I speak to myself, how I think about things, any form of communication. And just that we go within ourselves and just be aware of how we are communicating to everybody around us and especially to ourselves. How are you communicating to yourself? So the card I pulled was Metal, and it's super cool. You can see that there. And it also means sharpness, clarity, mindfulness, focused, determination, getting the job done. Metal is multifaceted. It has many expressions in the physical world. Gold, for example, can be found in almost everything, from the center of the earth to the bottom of the ocean, and from a eucalyptus leaf to the blood running in your veins. So when someone tells you that you're made of gold, you really are. Metal on an energetic level refers to your spiritual, emotional, and intellectual integrity. It also represents your ability to be mindful, focused, and clear. Receiving this card today encourages you to work on all aspects of metal energy and to always look for the silver lining. So, it represents your ability to be mindful, focused, and clear. So this has to do with communication and, how we are communicating ourselves to the world. What is our attention focused on? Are we being clear with what our intentions are or what we really want from our intentions, and are we being clear with our communication to the people around us? And are we being clear to our communication to ourselves, and really seeking the truth of what we really want, and just taking time to be still with ourselves, to actually listen, and so that we can actually hear what we truly want. And, I used to teach my kids when they were little, think before you speak. Don't just blurt out everything, because not everything that we think is, shareable information. I mean, sometimes you could have a thought come into your mind and you're like, where is that from? Because I wouldn't say that out loud, or I don't really feel that way. It's just, things that we've learned or grabbed along our path that, suddenly come out. So it's thinking before you're speaking so that you can know that what you want to communicate with somebody is clear and loving. There's ways that you can let people down, but do it lovingly. If you don't agree with something they're doing, or you feel like you should say something, you can do it with love. We don't have to be, nasty and like, well, I wouldn't do that because of blah, blah, blah. Well, that is not love, and it doesn't help anyone. It doesn't help any situation when you're not coming from a place of love. And you need to speak to somebody, maybe about something that they did that that kind of hurt you or hurt your feelings. And that's okay. It's okay to tell people these things, but just to communicate it in a clear way and communicate it in a way that there's love in it. Because there's love in everything, and we can have love in everything. So just as you go, through your next week or whenever, just take some time to slow down and think, and the next week or over the next month when, here we are in Gemini, to be clear about what you are communicating. And, if you become confused, just take some time out. Take a break. Take time off of everything that you're doing so you can check in with your heart. And a practice that I do, and I also recommended for another friend tonight, is just intuitive writing. 10, 20 minutes, whatever. So you just write out a question and then you just start writing. And you don't judge yourself. You don't, worry about what you're writing. You're just writing. Because then you can either set it aside for a while or go back to it later and read it. And there's always something in there that you don't see right away while you're writing, if you're truly just writing to write. And, sometimes when you're starting off this process, it can seem kind of ridiculous, or you might write one word and then write another word, and they don't seem to go together, but somehow they will, and they do, and somehow you just start flowing into sentences and flowing into the information that your teachers and your guides want to share with you, what your heart wants to share with you. So it's just, setting some time aside for yourself to nurture yourself and to communicate the things that you really want for yourself. And to, understand yourself better, because when we take time aside for ourselves, then it seems like we will have more time for other people. And we will understand them better because we took the time to first understand ourselves. And really, when it comes down to it all, is we have to start with ourselves first. Everything starts with us, because everything is within us. And we have to first learn, the love of self before we can then, go out and love everyone else. So just take time this week to communicate with yourself and just be aware of how you're communicating with everybody else within your environment. And know that you are all eternally adored and loved at every moment. And I will talk to you tomorrow. If this video resonated with you and you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Click the bell for notifications, and also in the description there is other ways that you can get a hold of me if you are interested. I also do shamanic healing and counseling and teaching. So I got lots to share with you. So I love you all, and have a great night.